Hi everyone, welcome back to the Top Percentile YouTube channel. Today we have Harsh with us, who is a graduate of the MSc Finance program of JBIMS and is also going to be one of your mentors for the MSE Finance and MHRD bootcamp, which is starting on 14th June. So if you are interested in the bootcamp, please enroll fast. But Harsh, we would love to know more about you, your background. So just tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us a quick intro.
Yeah, sure, Aditya. Firstly, thank you for having me. I know we all have quite packed schedules, and taking time out for students is quite a hard time, but it's fun, of course. So, firstly, hi, I'm Harsh Gowda. I reside in Chembur, Mumbai. I completed my graduation from Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies in Bachelor's in Business Administration. After that, I was involved for 1 year as a sales representative at Manisha Enterprises. Post that, I enrolled at JBIMS for the MSc Finance program. Apart from that, I've recently completed and cleared my CFA level 1. And through campus placements, I had the opportunity of joining Credit Agricole in their coverage department. So that is a little bit about me, Aditya.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you switched from a sales job to, I think, a MNC bank. So that's amazing to hear. Just tell us little about the admission process at JBMS. What was it like? What was the most challenging part of it?
So, Aditya, I would say that the process was fairly the same way as a lot of other top B schools have it. So there is a GDPI VAT that is conducted post your CET scores that students give. I believe other than that, the educational qualifications are taken into consideration along with work experience and any other extracurriculars that you have put up. But I would say that this process was a little new for me. GDPI was something that I would just read about in theoretical, I would say, and coming to actually sitting in front of professors, students, and other candidates to actually compete with them and speak, either be it group discussion or a personal interview, was quite a challenge, I would say. But I really did have a lot to learn in the process. But yeah, that is a little bit about it.
Got it, got it. Can you give us an idea of the selection criteria? What is the most important? What has the most weightage in that?
Okay, so I would say the CET score is a prima facie important aspect of the whole process. But other than that, the group discussion and personal interview are also something that the students should work on. Other than that, I did have a query once whether if you've dropped maths, will it still be a comfortable venture for you to pursue the MSc Finance program or the course itself? And to that, I would say that there are fairly a lot of engineering students and other non-math field students that were a part of the program. So they did not seem to have been facing a difficulty. But yeah, that is a little bit about it.
Got it, got it. So
Also, I would
you
like to mention that work experience was not something that was stressed upon, but it was always a plus to have.
got it, got it. So that brings me to my next question. What kind of profiles are the panelists looking for? You obviously had sales experience before you got into MSc Finance. Are they looking for someone with finance background, non-finance backgrounds, freshers, people with work experience? What are they looking for?
So, when I sat for my personal interview, Aditya, I would say that what I was able to gauge from the panelists, they weren't necessarily looking for someone from a particular domain, be it finance, commerce, non-commerce, engineering, economics, or varied backgrounds. What they were looking for really was a true, I would say, a calling or the likability to study finance, the real interest that students these days have, not just, I would say, looking up the stock markets and presuming that you understand everything about finance. I believe they were looking for candidates who were deep into understanding finance and want to apply it in their day-to-day lives and were inclined and positive to be in that field in the coming years. I believe that is the type of candidates that the panel was looking for.
Got it, got it. And I think just to reiterate what Harsh said, no matter what profile, education background, work profile that you're coming from, you are eligible and you have good chances for JBIMS MSc Finance. From what I also know, panelists are looking for that clarity of why you want to pursue a career in finance and why an MSc from JBIMS is going to help you get there. You need to have that clarity no matter which background you come from. So just work on that story and you should be fine. Whatever engineering, non-engineering, commerce, economics, any bachelor's degree, any job profile, anything is fine. As long as you have that clarity of why you want to pursue this program. Harsh, now obviously JBMS is very popular for finance. There is an MMS in finance that has been around for years, and the MSc Finance is a recently launched program 10 years back. So how would you compare it? What are the differences? Can you tell us a little about that?
Okay, so Aditya, as you rightly mentioned that the MMS program has been there for quite some time, and MSc Finance has just recently been launched. I believe it's 10 or 11 years that has taken place for the program. With regards to the studying material, or I would say the course curriculum, I would say the MMS program, which is the MBA program, is quite diverse, whereas the MSc Finance is based on purely core finance subjects. I believe that is a very big difference between MMS and MSc Finance. So if there is a candidate who is particularly inclined towards learning finance or specializing in finance, an MSc Finance program would be a much suitable option as compared to maybe an MMS. I myself was a student of a bachelor's in business administration. So for me to specialize in finance, I believe an MSc Finance was a better alternative that I could have chosen. So that is a little bit, I would say, the difference between an MSc Finance program versus an MMS program in JBIMS.
Got it. What kind of roles are better suited for the type of things you study in an MSc Finance program at JBMS?
So, since it's a core finance-based program, uh, we are trained and we are given our course and curriculum to structure ourselves in such a way that we would be able to apply it in fields like investment banking, equity research, private equity, venture capital. These are certain domains that I would say it's being a core finance program, we would be able to apply what we've learned. But other than that, I would say as long as there is finance involved, whatever we've learned is something we can apply. So to restrict it maybe would not be a right term, but yeah, this is what we have learned in the program.
Perfect, perfect. And guys, just sharing my experience from as an MMS graduate. Even when I was in JB, firstly, a lot of the professors are teach both MMS and MSc finance students the finance subjects. So a lot of the professor teach both programs and both students. Secondly, as someone who was in the placement committee of JBIMS, there are a certain number of roles that are open to MMS finance and MSc finance students. So yeah, you do get a shot at a few roles that MMS students also do get to. Some of the roles that Harsh mentioned, where you are equipped for that role with an MMS or an MSc, those sort of roles are open to both. So that just gives you an idea of the opportunities and the faculty between these two programs. Now, obviously, the notification is out.
Yes.
The application form has been released. So a lot of students are going to start preparing for this program. If someone had to start preparing now, how should they go about it?
So, Aditya, I believe that is a bit of a personal question because I myself started preparing when the form and these eligibility norms came out. Because that's when I got to know that there is an MSc Finance program also that I can apply for because I wanted to study for finance at JBIMS. So, firstly, I would say a good understanding of financial concepts would be a good place to start. Basic accounting concepts, or as and how much ever you can get to know about the finance aspect of news that you read day in and day out. That could be a good place to start it, followed by certain subjects that you could be studying inside, or having a basic general understanding of what geopolitics is going around in the world. I believe these particular areas could be a good place for you to start and train yourself in for the upcoming days and for the preparation of the MSc Finance interviews and VAT and GDPI.
Got it, perfect. So guys, start reading the news, both financial and global, socio, political, economic, everything. You should be aware of these things. And so now looking back, you just graduated. What is one message that you would like to give aspirants of this program? What is one key takeaway or uh, the final message that you would like to give them?
So yeah, looking back, 2 years back, I would say that uh, with regards to my preparation, I didn't know the kind of life I would be living 2 years later. So it is a very hard and a very grueling program. Like you will go through days when you have assignments, and the next day you have presentations, submissions, exams, tests. It's quite a challenge, I would say. Something that you're not initially well prepared for. But yeah, being consistent and having a thorough understanding of what you're studying for, because I believe a master's program at the end of the day is something that you personally choose for. It's an opted thing, so maybe focusing a lot more on the knowledge aspect would be a good, I would say, a domain to start with and really look forward to. But yeah, other than that, I would say it's to be consistent and know your concepts well. I'm just reminded of my interview when my panel were really grueling me with regards to financial terms that were evident in the news back then. And they weren't necessarily looking for my understanding, which I did have though. They were looking for the ability to answer and be confident with what I'm answering. And that only came from me understanding my concepts well and me being very thoroughly read with the particular topics. So I would suggest the aspirants to focus a lot more on that. But yeah, that's a little bit other thing.
Perfect. Guys, be consistent, be thorough with whatever you're doing, be genuine, because panelists are looking for that. You can accept if you don't know things. But whatever you do know, be thorough with that and be consistent, as Harsh said, for at least the next 1 month of preparation for this program. And then also in the 2 years that you spend at either the master's program at JBIMS or any other course that you choose. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please like it. And if you have any questions, please drop in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. Thank you so much.